Curtis ready with a full count pitch. It's on the way. It's a curveball lifted up in the air to right field. In comes Logan McGowan. He calls for it and makes a catch. One down. This guy's got a wide open stance. Sets up toward the back of the box. And here's the first pitch. Hit up into the air, into the infield. Who's going to take care of this one? It's going to be the shortstop, D.R. Meadows, coming in on the grass. And two down. And the 0-2. Called strike three on a breaking ball. As Nick gets his 41st strikeout of the season, and he has a 3-up and 3-down against Brantley County in this big sub-region ball game at Jackie Jones Field. We're going to the bottom half of the first inning. No score on Y101. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. The rest of the Bulldog batting order: George Lukey hitting third, Logan McGowan cleanup, Nick Curtis fifth. And the pitch. There's a high hopper over to the second baseman, and as he was trying to field the ball, down goes Thrift, down to his knees, and Lane Adams is safe. As he takes an off-speed pitch for a strike, and now he's looking at a 0-2 count. And a lot of times those 0-2 counts are deadly. Of course, DR had an 0-2 and struck out, and McGowan will try to stay away from that in this RBI situation. Here's a pitch, and he lifts it right side into right field for a base hit. That scores one. Adams touching home. Here comes Lukey, and the ball gets away, goes all the way to the outfield and to the fence, and the Bulldogs score 2. And Logan McGowan now has 15 runs batted in. And compare that to what he did last year as a junior dog when he drove in 4. He's having a big senior season, and the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Curtis peeks at second. Here's the pitch, and this ball's hit into the air into left field. Jordan Usher going back, and he's still going back, and he makes a one-handed catch. Runner at second tagging. Here's the throw. It's cut off. D.R. Meadows looking. No throw anywhere. He did not have an opportunity to get an out at second. So far this year, he's pitched 39 1/3 and has allowed 39 hits, including this ball game. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Strike 3. That's another fantastic pitch. Curtis delivers his pitch. Hit right side and into right field for a base hit. That scores 1. Logan McGowan throwing to the dish. Here comes a runner, and the throw to the plate bouncing away. 2-run score on the 2-out hit. So we got a 2-2 ball game. Pattern in these games recently between these two teams is for them to exchange the lead back and forth through the first 4 or 5 innings, and then Brantley takes over at the end. We'll see if the Bulldogs can break that pattern. 0-2. Swing and a missed strike 3. And the Bulldogs will throw down to first base and I guess officially get out number 3. Nick with his second strikeout, but a big 2-out base hit by Hunter Smith has tied the game here in the top of the second. It's 2-2 in a big sub-region matchup between Toombs County and Brantley County on Y101. 0-1 pitch. Hit into the air, into right field. Logan McGowan comes in just a little and makes a catch. Maybe Tatnall, also Claxton. There's a high hopper to Bryce DeLoach at third. He throws it over to first. A little low, but the tall Martin Stevens able to reach toward home plate and catch that ball.
Up to bat, number 12.
Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, and nobody on base. And here's the senior's pitch. Hit up into the air, left side. D.R. Meadows calling off everybody. He's into the outfield grass, still backing up, and he catches it for out number 3. And Nick has his second 3-up and 3-down, and what a coincidence. In an odd frame. He did it in the first, he does it in the third. So it's still 2-2 between the Bulldogs and Brantley. Headed to the bottom half of the third on your home of the Dogs, Y101. DR went 1 for 3 against Savannah, 2 for 3 against Dodge, and 1 for 2 against Tatnall County in his 3-game hitting streak. He rolls it over to the shortstop, Clark, and he's going to throw it to first base and bouncing, as DR was probably going to beat it anyway, and now he's running to second base as the ball gets away. Here's a throw that way, and he slides in head first safely. He's a very exciting base runner. That was a slow roller to Clark. He did a good job getting to the ball. And, of course, DR runs very fast down the first base line. I think he probably would have beaten a good throw anyway, But of course, I'm not the official scorer. I'll put a single down. There's a bunt left side. It's a good one. Bartlett's going to throw to third and safe. He didn't have a chance to get D.R. Meadows, so Lane Adams reaches again on a good bunt third base side. Bartlett had no chance to throw out Lane Adams. I mean, the only chance to get it out was D.R., and that wasn't even close. A junior Bulldog who's having a big offensive season and, of course, a big defensive season, too. Hits his pitch into left field. It will be caught by the left fielder, Rao. Meadows tagging. Here he comes. He's going to score. Here's a throw. Late. They threw it to the cutoff man. I thought he would eat the ball. He didn't have a chance. The DR scores. And the Bulldogs are back on top by a count of 3-2. RBI number 10 for Lukey. And for DR, he scores his 24th run of the season. 1-2. Hits another pitch into right field for a base hit. Adams coming to third. Coach Fitzgerald sending him. Here's a throw cut off. Throw to the dish, and he is out by a mile. 2 down. May not have been a mile, but it felt like it. Throw to second base. They got him off the bag. McGowan coming to third. Now he's in the rundown. Let's see if he can get out of it. Odds are against him, and they will tag him out. Halfway almost between second and third. So the Bulldogs lose 2 base runners, 1 at home plate and 1 between second and third. And what could have been a big inning or something turns into just a 1-run inning on a sac fly by George Lukey. And the Dogs are on top 3-2 as we go to the 4th inning on Y101. And the next time we saw him was on the football field down in Dehunta. There's a ball hit to the second baseman, Lane Adams. He fields it near the belt and throws it over to Martin Stevens, 1 down. He plays basketball, too, in a game played here. He didn't do much in the first 3 quarters offensively. He's a guard. There's a ball hit to Deloach on one big hop, and he throws to Stevens a little low, but Martin catches that ball cleanly right before it hit the ground. So there are a couple of grounders, 2 up and 2 down in this even frame. The Dogs played in a crossover over there and lost in 9. Breaking ball hit to D.R. Meadows. His first shot at a grounder. He feels it. He throws it over to first. And that's a 3 up and 3 down on 3 ground balls. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Hit up into the air into right field. McGowan coming in. Back goes Lane Adams, and McGowan caught it. He had to avoid Lane Adams. That made that a really tough, difficult catch. Boy, he has good hand-eye coordination because you know he's looking at Lane Adams because they were just maybe a foot apart. And McGowan makes a tough catch. One, 2, and 3 guys do not have a hit. Here's an 0-2. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. Graham throws it down to first in time, and Nick gives up a single, but no problem as he strikes out 2 in the frame, and now he has 5 in the game. And he is just taking over. You know, I've said this many, many times. After the 5th is when he pitches his best. Bulldogs leading 3-2 going to the bottom half of the 5th inning as we break on Y101. 2-2 curveball hit left side. Bryce Deloach, the third baseman, gobbles it up and throws to first. 1 down. First pitch hit into the air. Lukey running to his left, still going back, dives, and he catches another one. Wow, he's done it again. It's been a while, you know, he hasn't made a brilliant catch since last Tuesday when he hit the fence and caught the ball off the bat of Shields at Dodge County. And he tips his cap. That was a good catch. That ball was well hit by Thrift. In a one-run ball game as Nick is ready. Here is his pitch. Bouncing ball to Stevens. Oh, it bounces off the glove into foul territory. Collins running to second. You better gobble up that ball. And the Bulldogs do, or otherwise he's at third. Good effort by Martin Stevens, diving toward the first base bag. Reached out. It deflected off the glove and then into foul territory. 2-2 with a runner at third and 2 down. Here's a Curtis pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. Make a good throw. And Cole Graham does to first baseman Martin Stevens. Boy, that's a big strikeout here in the 6th inning. The big K. 6 of the ball game for Nick Curtis, leaving Collins at third and keeping the Bulldogs up 3-2 going to the bottom half of the 6th inning on Y101. Do you know where that pitch is going to be? Right across. Lukey does swing and he taps it over to the right side of the infield. Bartlett has the ball, shovels it over. No, he hit Lukey in the back. Lukey was running right down the baseline, and there was no avenue for Bartlett to throw the ball to Morgan. He had to step to his left to make a throw, and he didn't do it, and he hit Lukey in the back. And Lukey reaches on a base hit with Lukey off the first base bag. Here's the pitch. Hit off the glove, and that ball's going to ricochet into right field as Bartlett tried to squeeze it, and the pitcher couldn't grab it, and it just ricocheted right off his glove for a base hit. 2 strange hits for the Bulldogs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Will he bunt? He's a good bunter, and he does. Bartlett has the ball, turns, and nobody's covering third, and everybody's safe. The third baseman was coming in on the bunt, and the shortstop was not over there to cover, and Curtis reaches to load up the bases. Bartlett wanted to go to third, and had somebody been there, I think he would have gotten an out. 0-2. Hit up high into the air, but it's not very deep. Center fielder coming in, and Collins is just almost close to the outside cut of the infield behind the second base bag. So not deep enough to score a run. Now 1 down. Let's see if he can drive one somewhere between right center and left center field. He hits this ball right back to the pitcher, and Bartlett turns and throws to first. And again, the Bulldogs are denied a big inning as they load up the bases with nobody out, and they don't score a single run here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And Nick Curtis will take the mound in the 7th, leading but just 1, 3-2 as we take a break on Y101. 2-2 with noise coming out of the Heron dugout. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cole Graham dropped it, but he picks up the ball and tags out Cameron Moore. 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts, a career high, 1 walk. Ball's hit left side and into center field for a base hit. 1 out hit by Smith. He's 2 for 3. Why is the bottom part of the order better against Nick Curtis than the top? Dogs leading 3-2, top of the 7th. 1 out, runner at first. Here's a stretch by Nick. Here's a pitch with the runner going. Here's Cole Graham's throw to D.R. Meadows. He applies a tag, and he's out. Cole Graham, the freshman, throwing the ball toward the first base side of the second base bag, and D.R. made a good defensive play to catch the ball and tag and get the second out to clean off the bases. Nick takes a big, deep breath. He is ready to go. Here's the Curtis pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is your ball game, and that is a big win for the Toombs County Bulldogs. Well, they came here today after being rained out on Friday and played defensively and pitching-wise their A game. Offensively, they did not take advantage of all their scoring opportunities, but because of Nick Curtis's pitching and the defense today, the Dogs are able to win 3-2 over Brantley County as the 2 teams will split in the regular season. Both teams are shaking hands here at Jackie Jones Field. Quick game and a good one. We'll take a break and wrap it up on Y101.